from the trenches, we avoiding hella tactics. Coppers tryna whack shit, we just tryna stack shit. Hundreds in the ceiling, got some onions in the mattress. Yeah, lights, camera, action. We come from the trenches, we avoiding hella tactics. Coppers tryna whack shit, we just tryna stack shit. Hundreds in the ceiling, got some onions in the mattress.
Round round dirty nigga, lights, camera, action. I be smoking Zod, nigga, I ain't smoking that shit. I be moving pounds, my little bro, he tryna whack shit. Nines with attachment, shoot, he making backflip. I be on some shit, I move a hoe into my mansion. ATM the anthem, shout out reckless bang shit. Hating niggas past them, drugs got them gassed up. Run up niggas masked up.
I go by the name Atm Papi. I mean, Northside Badlands. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised Badlands, feel me? Different parts of the city, from Kensington down to like up Logan, you feel me? So up Frankfurt, pretty much everywhere. I'm 31, about to be 32. June 4th, I got a daughter, she 15.
Okay.
I got a son, he 13. I got another daughter, she 2. I got another son, he 8 months. Then I got another one on the way.
Oh, your girl pregnant now?
Yeah. I got starting 5.
Yeah.
Soon I'm gonna have a starting 5.
Yeah, I got 7, so I know what that shit's like. How many different mothers do you have in there?
Just 2 of them.
2 different mothers? Okay, so that's good. You as a young brother, do you find it a battle having children to different mothers? Have you had to go through any of using the kids as a pawn, that type of stuff?
I'm actually going through that shit right now. It's hard, you feel me? You just gotta stay positive. I pretty much stay positive.
Yeah.
I just pretty much, you seen what I did with the Christmas toy drive. If I did that for the city, and imagine what I did for my kids. So, Christmas passed and I couldn't even get them their gifts and stuff like that because they acting nutty, you feel me? So,
fill the people in on what you did, what you were just speaking of, what you did for Christmas.
Put away earnings for my people, you feel me? Anybody that supported me on anything. I could be selling socks, t-shirts, beats. I was basically putting money to the side, you feel me? And getting these toys like for everybody, you feel me? It wasn't just for my race or just for my people, it was for everybody. It didn't matter if you was gay, didn't matter if you was a smoker, it didn't matter if you was clean, it didn't matter, you feel me? You was welcome, you feel me? So
everybody got to feel some love that day, right?
For sure.
What made you want to do that?
I just felt like Philly need more love. We need more niggas like us, you feel me? Doing more positive shit. And there's plenty more motherfuckers, you feel me? That's really getting bread, they can make a change, but really don't. I guess they focus not on that. No, I'm different, you feel me?
I'm big on doing that. My community, I do the same type of stuff. And cause I know what it's like not to have. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to wake up for Christmas and not have shit. Those of us that go through that type of shit, we don't want to see that for younger kids. You know what I mean?
Especially like your own kids, like if you ain't gonna care about nobody else's kids, you gotta care about your kids, you feel me? Like, how the fuck you want your kids to go through the same shit we went through growing up? That shit not cool, you feel me? There's gonna be a lot of pain and suffering for real.
That I try to always keep in mind when dealing with my kids or anybody's children. You know what I mean? They might not be my kids, but I always think about it. Some kids I'm dealing with in the street, I might save them from putting a pistol in my son's face later on down the road.
Real don't even take much. It just take a quick little talk, man.
It
could be
just
5,
that interaction.
10 minutes, man. You showing a motherfucker like he means something, and it is people, because there's a lot of people out here feel like they not loved. That's why certain people for real do the shit they do. They feel like they ain't got nobody.
Exactly.
So you take 10 minutes, 15 minutes out your day, even if you don't talk to a person for a week, hit them up the next week. What's up? How you doing? You feel me? A lot of brothers, man, I'm telling you, because this was happening with me. You feel me? I ain't have no father figure. My mom was on drugs. I went through all that shit, bro. Foster care. I done seen it all, man.
So, we touch on, you said your father wasn't there. So, did your mother raise you when you were younger?
My mom.
And you said
my grandmom too, because my mom was like...
She was dealing with addiction?
Yeah, she was dealing with addiction, you feel me? Be times like she get high, you feel me, and don't come back like a week, 2 weeks. But she always used to come back with a bag and make sure we had what we needed, but it was just like, that shit wasn't enough, you feel me?
Yeah, I know exactly what
I was just raised to get up and go get $1. Not even to go get up, brush my teeth or none of that. I had to learn certain shit like that on my own, going to jail. It's just certain shit you gotta do, you feel me? Every day.
A lot of people don't understand that. I think that's a good thing that they don't understand that. Because that means that fucked up way of growing up doesn't reach certain people. So I think it's good that they don't go through it, but at the same time, that shit creates a different breed of a man, you know, that definitely creates a different breed of a man. When we're young and we have to deal with stuff that we have no business dealing with, you know, we got family members getting high, we got to do for ourselves, you know, at a young age. That's not shit kids should have to worry about, you know, but I definitely think it blesses us later on in life. We take things differently.
For sure, for sure.
If I was to go back to ask your closest homie in 6th, 7th grade who you was, who would he say?
Quiet. I always been quiet, you feel me? I was always taught not to talk much. Cause you're gonna draw unwanted attention. You feel me? You probably gonna get a little bit of attention you want, but it's gonna come with some bad too.
Yeah, it's not the kind you want.
So I was pretty much fall back, man. I feel like I started like hitting the streets once I seen like I needed shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I couldn't get certain shit other people had.
Yeah.
It was just like.
Do you remember if there was that first thing that you realized you was like, damn, I want this, and you couldn't get it, and you was like, man, fuck this, I gotta get it some way, one way or another. Because I remember there was one specific thing for me, I remember when I was young, that I wanted.
For real, this shit might fuck you up, but I ain't want no cars or none of that shit. I just wanted a happy home, you feel me? I've been through a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit, you feel me? So I would say like, just like a more like upbringing positive household. I feel like I could have did something. And I can't even use that shit as an excuse for real. I got sisters that went to college and all that.
Yeah, the exact opposite.
Yeah, but they got like different dads and shit like that. I feel like my dad let me down in a big way, you feel me? Yeah, because I know my kids look at me like Superman, you feel me? So I gotta be that Superman.
Exactly.
He just didn't give a fuck.
That's something that I could relate to. My father was a gangster. You know, my pops, he's laid up in a wheelchair now from getting shot in the throat. But, you know, that's what I grew up knowing. And I think about how twisted my father's way of thinking was and the little stuff that he would try to teach me. And I think I'd be like, there's no fucking way I would ever try to impart the stuff that was trying to be imparted on me to my son. I'd be like, I love him too much. I would never want to do nothing that could possibly lead to him being hurt or something bad happening to him. And I think too is we don't know until we know. I mean, sometimes you can't even blame. I know there's stuff that I could blame my parents for, but I know there's stuff too that I'd be like, they didn't know. They grew up without a fucking father and in a fucked up position too. For me, I know that helps me to deal with, you know, we ain't know. Do you ever have those times where is your father, is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive, but I just don't fuck with him. I got a crazy story, bro. Crazy story, you feel me? My dad basically got my mom sick, gave her HIV and shit like that, so I pretty much don't respect him, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't like him, you feel me? Like, the nigga could really die and I wouldn't really feel shit, you feel me? My mom that's my muscle.
How old were you when you found that out?
I was like, I was actually about to go do a bid and shit. I was like 16 years old. This is when I was in boot camp and shit like that. I did the whole Camp Charles Young shit. And then I called home and she basically was like crying and shit. I'm like, yo, what's up? She like, man, I'm sick. Feel me? So I'm like, what you mean? She told me, broke it down and shit. That shit fucked me up, you feel me? Yeah, but that's how that shit went.
And how long ago was that?
Shit, I'm 31 right now, so that was basically like 15 years ago, some shit like that.
How's your mother doing?
She good right now, she sick, shit like that, but she maintaining shit like that, so we sturdy.
You know what's crazy? And I ain't never told nobody this. None of my homies, none of this. I had that same conversation with my mom. I was upstate in Dallas Penitentiary in 1999, and my mother came up to the visit, and I knew it was something different. When I walked out to go to that visit, I knew it was something different. So when I get out there, I see my mom and my aunt. My mom, her sister that was there, she was like the good sister. My mom was one of the bad sisters, and my other aunt was bad sister. She died from AIDS, so she had just passed away like right before this whole conversation took place. And my mom, she used to get high, used to shoot dope for 18, 20 years, you know what I mean? Before I was born up until I was a teenager. Like I said, my aunt had just died from AIDS. And there was, in my thing, there was always a fear. I was like, there's no way you could tell me that my aunt and my mom didn't get high together. They was best friends. And it wasn't like they got high together after they found out she was sick, but there's no way you could tell me. They was getting high buddies, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I said, there's no way you could tell me that they didn't share a needle. And mind you, this was back in the day, you know, this is before AIDS really was known, you know, and when it was first known, it was looked at like the fucking plague, you know, because people didn't understand that it's not like now. And I remember thinking, I was like, there's one of these days it's gonna come, my mom gonna have to tell me that she got AIDS. And all I know from experience with AIDS, I got a whole bunch of people in my family that got AIDS. Closest people that I knew died, you know, and I seen them suffer. So I go out to the visit, I see just my mom and my aunt. We started talking, and my mom was like, yo, I gotta talk to you about something. I was like, well, what's up? And she told me, she was like, yo, I need to tell you. So she had gotten clean at the time, but she would go every 6 months and get tested because she knew, all right, I'm getting high, you know. So every 6 months she would go get tested. She's like, yo, I came out positive for AIDS. And I remember I was shocked. It wasn't a surprise, but I was just shocked because I was like, damn, how the fuck? My mom, you know, the most important thing in my world, you gonna tell me that you got something that I just seen snatch your sister. And I remember that shit like put me in a trance for a while. You know, like it was literally, I remember leaving the visit, going to the block, and that shit was like I had tunnel vision on. You know, like I couldn't see nobody.
Yeah, that's how that shit be, because it be like you can't believe that shit.
Yeah,
like,
you're such in shock. Yeah. Blew my mind, but I never, you know, and my mom, she ended up dying, but not from AIDS. She got in a car accident, got killed. So it was never.
Hear that, bro.
Thank you.
Damn, like you really.
It was. Yeah.
This shit sound like your story crazy, bro. Like, you still maintaining, you feel me? You still showing love.
Yeah.
Like, that's major, you feel me?
Yeah. But I think that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Because besides a motherfucker coming up to me and telling me, yo, I was violated sexually, there's nothing that you're gonna tell me that I haven't been through. You know what I mean? Besides somebody telling me, yo, I was violated sexually, I'll be like, damn, I don't know what the fuck to say, but I'm sorry. You know, that's something I just can't relate to. For me, I feel like anything besides that, I'm be like, yeah, I've been there, nigga. I've been there, you know. But like I said, I think that just makes us feel like now I have a lot of patience. I have a lot of love. I have a lot of respect for people. I want to see everybody do good, because at one time I wasn't like that. You know what I mean? At one time I was the most disrespectful, the most rotten nigga, you know, where now a lot of times people will be like, yo, you seem like you got a lot of patience. You seem like you're real patient. You seem like you're caring. You know, and I always tell them, I said, because at one time I wasn't. And I know that shit don't feel good. You know, it don't feel good to be. You
do negative shit, you gonna get that negative back. When you positive, just saying good morning to somebody. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like simple shit.
Yeah, you don't have to go out of your way.
Yeah, like that shit mean a lot. You feel me? You get blessings. You feel me?
Fuck yeah.
Smallest thank you for something you get, shit like that. Like that shit go a long way. That's why I pretty much learned that shit the hard way. You feel me? I started doing positive shit. It's like the more money I gave out is the more money I made.
Yeah.
I'm like making money. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, fuck it. I'm just like, I might as well just break bread. You feel me? Try to lead people the way I'm going. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it might not be the most positive way, but fuck, like I ain't out here killing nobody, shooting nobody. You feel me? Breaking in nobody's crib or none of that shit. I ain't calling nobody moms, no bitches and none of that shit. I'm just living my life. You feel me? Trying to feed my family. That's it.
And I think what it's all about is progress, not perfection, right? I know I have plenty of shit I got to work on. You know what I mean? Shit that I could tighten up on. But I realize, all right, as long as I'm moving forward and I'm not taking steps back, as long as I'm going forward, it don't matter if it's an inch, if it's fucking 10 feet, if it's 10 miles. As long as I'm going forward, I'm doing all right, you know? Once I start
that's real shit.
Backing up, then that's where I got to be.
I'm about to be 32 years old, and you know, Christmas just passed. This the first Christmas, then in 32 years, that I got to take a picture with all my brothers, because I was always in and out of jail, you feel me? And I was just going through my pictures, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? This really our first picture together as brothers, bro. We grown men. We ain't even had pictures together as babies, you feel me? So that shit was crazy.
And it's crazy you say that, because the day before Christmas, there was a customer in the shop, and she's like, yo, I just moved into a house, and I found this in the house. And it was, you know, like the card they give you for funerals?
Yeah.
It was the card from my mother's funeral. And that was the last picture that me and all my siblings and my mother got. And she just gave me that shit Thursday. She's like, yo, here.
What?
You know,
Damn,
and that was
crazy.
So for me, that was like our last Christmas that we had together.
Yeah.
You know, our last, where I showed my brother works in a barbershop with me. He was fucking 5 years old. He don't even remember it. You know, and I showed him, I said, look at this shit. And he was like, oh, shit. And I told him, I was like, yo, this is the last picture we took. I said, this was like the last thing before everybody's life changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, growing up in Kensington, what's some of the stuff that you have to deal with? A lot of people in Kensington, right away, it goes to the drugs, to people getting high, to people selling drugs. What is it like as a young man growing up? How do you maneuver in Kensington?
I just adapted to my situation. Like, I couldn't change shit. I ain't had no money. My peoples obviously ain't had no money. That's why we was in the situation we was in, the slums, you feel me? So, I don't know. I pretty much try to just mind my business, act like I don't see shit, and just continue on with my own journey, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's sad, it's really sad out here, but this shit ain't gonna change.
Do you think over the past few years it's gotten a lot worse?
Yeah, like, man, I done went through some shit Christmas Day, Christmas night, you feel me? Like, little sticky situation, niggas running my crib, you feel me? Wow. I got for 4,000 P's and shit like that, and it's like, what the fuck can you do, you feel me? This shit crazy out here. It don't matter how much love you show people, too. One no will change 100 or 1,000 yeses.
It's funny, because we was talking about that earlier. I said, you can always give and give and give, but it's never enough. It's never enough. Motherfuckers feel like they're entitled to your hard work. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Motherfuckers feel like they're entitled to your hard work.
For real, it's just easy. If you broke because you want to be broke.
Because there's plenty of ways to go out there and get money.
Plenty of ways. You can easily go pump gas. You know somebody with their groceries. That's the shit I used to see growing up. Now you don't see that shit.
Yeah, no,
you don't, bro.
Yeah, definitely not. So the situation that happened at Christmas, how do you feel knowing that could have been a situation where you see that stuff on the news all the time? Situation where a home invasion turns into a homicide.
That shit was crazy, you feel me? It really, like, it woke me up. Like, nigga, what is you doing? Like, you too smart to be moving the way you moving and doing certain shit you doing. I don't know, that shit was just crazy. It really woke me up. It really did change me in certain ways on how I'm supposed to, like, carry myself, you feel me? Shit like that. Yeah, just to go through that situation, that shit was crazy.
Do you feel as though you know where it came from or why it came?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I don't owe nobody no money. I do me, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's just sad, like, jealousy is crazy. You know? Like, it's crazy, you feel me? It's like I said, you could be the nicest person to somebody or to anybody, and just because you ain't looking out for that one person and he evil eyeing is just like, instead of basically saying like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to get money with you. What's up, bro? How can I get a part? Like, nigga always want to hate, say some negative shit, you feel me? It's like,
and there's always ears waiting to hear that stuff.
But they'll dicky somebody else that do music in Miami or Houston. Never seen them before, never met them before.
Of course.
But you hating on somebody from the hood that's really making a change, you feel me? Like that party, the Christmas party I threw, like, bro, that was easily over $6,000, $7,000 in toys. On top of that, I mistakenly put my daughter's gifts
inside the stuff. Oh, man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Gave her shit out. But here the kick. I had to go basically re-shop for my daughter.
Yeah.
And basically when I get robbed on Christmas, they take her gifts. I just bought. You feel me? But even with still shit like that happening, bro, I get money, you feel me? That shit not nothing.
Yeah.
It just basically woke me up. You feel me? Like, as much as I want to stay here, because it's like, I know if I leave, niggas would be like, oh, you fake, you changing, you feel me? You trying to think like you better than people.
Yeah.
But it's like, now I know why people leave, you feel me? Like, it's just sad. Like, somebody always evil eyeing and wishing bad when they should wish for more people like us to be on so shit could change. I feel like if certain people, so doors can open enough for people.
And the bad thing is that situations like that, they don't come from strangers. Can't nobody hurt us unless we love them. You know what I'm saying? Because we let them in. And it don't have to be all the way in, but we let them cross a certain line with us. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that from a motherfucker that had that happen to him, and I've done that shit to people. Always, one thing I always realize is shit like that, unfortunately, that shit don't come from strangers. You know, that's somebody that's around us. And I remember being around niggas. In the back of my head, I used to be like, damn, this nigga, he shows me something that maybe he's a liability. And because my heart was too good, that I was like, nah, I used to make excuses for niggas. You know, that shit come bite me in the ass. I would definitely recommend you get the fuck out of Philly, man. I would definitely recommend. Like you said, I think it goes with with everybody, that there's somebody out there that's always just waiting on your downfall. You know, that's just waiting, hoping the day something happens to you or you fall the fuck off completely, so they could be like, I told you so. I told you that nigga ain't shit. I told you he's a sucker. I would say get the fuck out of here, brother. Especially with what just happened. If that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Tell me about the music and how you got into the music.
I got into music. I kept getting booked in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. Before my grandma passed, she like, man, like, what's up with you? Why you like being in jail? So I started laughing and shit. She was like, no, like, for real, you need to straighten up.
Yeah.
While you in there, while all that time you got, think about something you want to do with yourself when you come home. So I'm in the cell one day and I'm just like, it's like I wanted to talk to somebody about my pain, about like certain shit, and I'm like, just fuck it. I'm gonna just write it down on paper, you feel me? Put my pain into rhymes. And I just talk my shit.
That's your outlet. It's like your therapy session.
Yeah, real rap. Paper the only thing that really understand me for real.
Don't talk back, listen
don't
good.
Talk back. Yeah, just write whatever.
Yep. Don't get upset. None of that stuff.
Call paper 100 whores, 100 bitches.
Don't care.
And you don't gotta worry about feelings or nothing.
Now, how do you feel about that? I'm 42. When I turned 35, that's when I finally decided, all right, I need to leave these motherfucking streets alone. I spent 17 years in the penitentiary. I've been through everything. And I said, man, fuck this. I don't give a fuck what it is that I got to do, but I know I'm not going back to jail. I know I'm not going back to the streets for nothing. A lot of people will ask me, be like, what was it that made you change? And I'd be like, I learned to, like, number one, to ask for help. Do you have that issue at all? Where it could be the littlest thing, where you just...
like asking for help?
Yeah, as a man, coming to somebody and not only asking for help, but like you said, how you could sit down with that paper, and do you have somebody that you could go to and bust it up with and be like, yo, I need to talk to you, man. I got some shit on my head, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Like, I really got a lot of friends I could talk to, you feel me?
Did you always have that?
No.
Did you notice a change in your life at all when you started utilizing friends to be like, all right, I'm gonna talk to this friend if I got this going on, when you started doing that type of stuff?
Yeah, I pretty much don't mix my friends up, you feel me? Whoever on this side of the field, I keep them on this side of the field. Whoever, whoever working and doing construction, they on this side of the field. I don't judge nobody. I hang with everybody, you feel me? Just because this person a killer don't mean you a killer. Or you involved with shit he doing. That's just shit he doing. I don't get you gotta mind your business about certain shit, you feel me? But on that type of shit, you feel me? But I feel like if you see like fake shit going on, you feel me? I see a lot of fake shit going on in the city, you feel me? And the shit just be crazy. I like to call people on it, you feel me? Because it be a lot of people with platforms too. They could really change shit. And they don't be trying to do that.
Why do you think that is? You think motherfuckers, I think niggas is insecure a lot of times. They think like, I think sometimes motherfuckers think that like there's $100 in the world, and if I put you onto something, it's gonna take away from my $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just weird, bro. It's like, why would you want to keep 100 crabs in a barrel? Why would you want to keep 100 crabs in a barrel? It's gonna keep piling up and keep piling up, bro. You feel me? At least start helping them crabs out, so we can stop having less crabs in the street doing crab shit. You feel me? Niggas don't give a fuck, bro. You feel me? That's why I just learned you gotta do what you could do. You feel me? Do what you could do. Call people on they bullshit. You feel me? On top of doing what you do, cause it's like people be saying certain shit when for real, they don't be doing shit for real, bro. It shit be sad, but it is what it is, bro. I just wish niggas work together, bro. We gonna get farther, you feel me? We could be the next Donald Trumps and all that shit, bro. Reason why we not is because we not working together, you feel me? Them niggas work together, bro.
100%, 100%.
That's why they at where they at, bro.
100%.
They got a team of niggas all on the same mission, 100%. You feel me?
Yeah, niggas is scared to pass the ball. Niggas is scared to pass the ball.
You see, unfortunately. I pass the ball with my whole team, you feel me? If I eat, they eat. I'm like, yo, I'm going to interview, you feel me? Y'all could come up, you feel me? Well, I don't hide nothing from my people, you feel me? Only what's up with me and my shorty, that's our business, you feel what I'm saying? But I pretty much order a pizza, nigga, and I eat last. That's
but
what
I also think that's the way it should. And I think those of us that are like that, we tend to not only get a little farther, but stay a little farther. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get away, but it's hard to stay away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I think those of us that are like that, because we end up building relationships. Everything isn't a transaction. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff is here just to give. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's not a transaction. I have relationships now are worth way more than money. What you got cooking up music-wise? What you hoping to do with your music?
I don't know, the music game crazy, you feel me? There's a lot of politics and shit in that shit too, you feel me? But I got some projects touching out 2023, you feel me? I'm also basing and investing. A couple artists, you feel me? Mm-hmm. You know, I was just fucking with JD the singer, you feel me? But 2023, I'm pretty much focused on myself. Worry about dropping visuals, get some visuals out, let people into my life, you feel me? So they could really get to know who the fuck I am, you feel me?
Who you listening to right now?
I listen to a little bit of Future, Finesse 2 Times, Moneybagg, Lil Baby, me, Quilly, my young boy Eli Beehive, of course, you feel me? I don't know, I listen to this shit.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to this shit, you feel me? I listen to it 1 time, 2 times, damn that shit hot, but I'm not repeating it or nothing, you feel me? That shit hot, if it's hot, it's hot. You can't hate, you feel me? I carry the motto, you support me, I'ma support you.
One hand wash the other, they both wash the face.